Proposals should be done in a special and private place. Proposing in public is just plain obnoxious and puts pressure on the other party to accept. People should stop proposing on public. The pressure and stress experienced by people who were proposed to in public makes some people just say yes because they don't want to embarrass the other party. I once saw a comment on Reddit a long time ago that said it best: while the proposal can be a surprise, the engagement shouldn't be. Well, before a proposal, a couple ideally needs to have good communication so that there's a mutual understanding as to their expectations of the relationship long term. Is marriage in the cards in the next X years? Do both partners find grandiose or public proposals fun, obnoxious, or are they indifferent? If all this is established, even the most flamboyant surprise scoreboard balloons fireworks proposal puts no pressure on a yes because both partners are already on the same page that this is acceptable. I'm of the opinion that even ring browsing should be a couple activity, or at least a passing conversation about what kind of style they like best so that the person planning a proposal has a general idea of what their partner would like, or if they would like a ring at all. TLDR: good communication saves a lot of headache and viral proposal disaster videos. Daily reminder that the surprise should be when you propose and not if you will propose. I don't know how people are still asking their so to marry them without talking about it first. Like, YTF would you just pop the question not knowing if they want to? Or, and stick with me here, learn what your significant other is cool with, and act accordingly. As not everyone is bothered by public displays. Can second this completely. My wife was engaged before we met. Later she broke it off with the guy because he proposed on stage at a family get-together and she felt pressured into saying yes in front of about 50 people. His loss is my gain. Been married nearly 20 years. I've seen this same complaint here like 9 times. For the vast majority of people proposing, they already know the other party's answer. Normal people don't propose without knowing the answer will be yes. For those unsure of the answer, I agree with you. I am a freelancer and I thought you were talking about business proposals and I was like, I guess you're kind of right, but why do you hate it so much, lol. But now I understand. One of the kids I grew up with from our neighborhood proposed to his GF on the Empire State Building with his whole family standing there watching. She felt she didn't have any other choice other than say yes because his parents and siblings were all standing there in anticipation of her answer. Needless to say, the wedding didn't happen. Agreed. My husband proposed to me in bed, literally after we woke up from an afternoon nap. It was perfect and special and totally us. I think people should know the answer ahead of time. Randomly getting on one knee in public and asking a yes/no question about one of the biggest life decisions you'll ever make seems like a bad idea. In my head that's a long, grown-up conversation that should have already happened. Pressure and stress experienced by people who were proposed to in public makes some people just say yes because they don't want to embarrass the other party. For a subset of guys, this actually is the motivation to propose. From various relationship posts over the years from both sides, it seems like those are cases where the relationship is either having problems and he's looking for big fix, or where the guy and families want the marriage more than she does. Unfortunately, in the second case the marriage still often happens. It's a cultural/honor thing where the woman and her family may be ostracized for canceling the engagement. Such a manipulative thing to do. High schooler popping in to say that this also should apply to homecoming/prom proposals and not just ones for marriage. I fully agree with this, and I also agree that it's unpopular. My sister was proposed to last year at Disneyland in front of the big castle. I seriously cannot imagine ever enjoying that type of publicity. My boyfriend just proposed to me the other day actually. We were watching The Chamber of Secrets at home. It was calm, cute, private. I loved it. Agree with Up, and I also believe this is an unpopular opinion in society. My husband's proposal to me was a mutually agreed fact at least 6 months prior to that ring being on my finger. A ring I had purchased by myself because I liked it and it was on sale. I have the ring to my partner and told him to choose then, when and where. He chose mid-May, a few months after we moved in together. It was a rainy evening and we were sat in bed reading on our phones. He reached over and placed the box on the bed between us. No words were said, I only asked, "You sure?" He tells me he is, and I put the ring on. I thought it was a lovely intimate proposal because we don't need specific words to communicate our intentions. Most of my ex-co-workers disagreed and mocked my husband outwardly for such a non-proposal, and further mocked me for buying my own cheap ring, sterling silver and cubic zirconia. I've never cared what ring I got, I merely bought my own because I knew my size. Prior to moving we were long distance, so he couldn't get anything sized for me, and I wanted to try on different width bands to see what I found most comfortable for long time wear. I generally agree if they make a big ass scene of it, but quietly on a restaurant or park, i.e. a way that doesn't involve anyone applauding or something gross, is fine in my book. It's just when people make a damn performance of it. I always wonder if it's because they want to get married or if they just karma. Yeah, and puts pressure on the other people in the audience. Do I have to propose now too, or now I have to clap for these two fucking idiots? No one, under any circumstances, should ever propose if they have any doubt the answer will be yes. I feel like the couple really needs to be on the same page before someone goes out and spends thousands of dollars on a ring. I mean, unless both of them are clear about it. Some of them just propose to show off in public. Not always. I proposed in public. We already knew we wanted to get married and had discussed it at length, so it made a special memory for us when I did it. We still talk about it 13 years later.